All right. So first off, this is kind of a warning of sorts. I've already given you the essence of what I want you to know about part one in the introduction video. So what follows now is an elaboration on that explanation, specifically more into the background behind nuclear weapons. So watching this may not be all that necessary for you if you feel like you've got the gist of what I want you to do and what you need to understand going forward in part one. Okay, so this is an elaboration on part one. So, nuclear weapons. It's hard. The reason why I said I struggled with this assignment because it's already a big ask. It's already something that is hard to do to understand what nuclear weapons are capable of in the first place. The only way I even started to wrap my head around it was after watching this. I think it's maybe 2 hour long. It's a long documentary about nuclear weapons, and it's like getting hit with a fire hose. They just drown you with constant imagery and documents from the time period about nuclear weapons. And after watching that and then studying it for several years, I feel like I've got a grasp on how much I really should be afraid of nuclear weapons, how I really should be afraid that there is a weapon out there which is so dangerous that it has the potential to eliminate mankind, to erase mankind. Um, Humans have never really had that power before. Mother Nature has always had the capacity to, wipe us off the itself. Just get rid of it. Oh, I'm tired of having humankind on me, so bye bye. But it's never been kind of the other way around, where mankind can destroy the earth, where mankind can destroy itself, and do so with just the push of a button. Okay, because that's really what we're talking about here. We're talking about the potential for one guy, our president, any president, to take nuclear launch codes, to have the capacity for himself to simply press a figurative button and launch our nuclear arsenal that would trigger. I mean, there's no way it couldn't, but that would trigger a chain of events that would kill potentially millions of people instantly, like at the moment those nuclear weapons are launched, but also millions and millions and millions and millions more after that due to the fallout from it. And of course, we're 7 billion people now. It has the potential to continue on. If we're talking about the effects stemming from that, the chain of events stemming from that, billions of people could die because of that one event, that one decision by one guy. Okay. So it took me a long time to truly understand that, studying that. And that's a very tall proposition, of course, for you to do within the short amount of time and the short resources that you have in this assignment. And so the way I tried to attack, the way I tried to, at a very bare minimum way, help you get that same understanding was simply for you to do a little bit of what that documentary did when I talked about that, just flood you with images and video, because you can't experience it firsthand. That's a rule of history. It's very hard to experience the things that you're studying 100 years later firsthand. Um, so, of course, you have to experience it through video and images. So that's what I'm having you do. And, of course, I've sat here and talked, and I'm out of time. But that's the objective. Use the power of the internet. Use that power you have to access a near infinite amount of resources of any kind to learn for yourself, to investigate for yourself what is it that these weapons can do. All right. So hopefully that helps. It might not.